we are going to learn how to make welted pockets. And when I say we, I mean I'm going to learn and film it, and you can learn along with me if you want, or just laugh at my effort, whichever. To help me, I am using this book, Tailoring, the Classic Guide to Sewing the Perfect Jacket by Creative Publishing International. I will put a link down below. It's really good for step-by-step modern tailoring. Step 1, work out roughly where your pocket's going to be, and then fusible interfacing on the back. They have their interfacing with nice curved edges, but because this is a practice one, I haven't bothered. So mark the pocket position using sharpened wax and see-through ruler. I'm just going to use my trusty dissolvable pen either side. 2 welts, 1 1/8 by 6 1/2, and 1/8 there. This is one of the joys of using these see-through rulers. You can get these angles right. Two lining pieces for each pocket from lining or pocketing fabric, 6 1/2 by 7. It's just calico, it's not proper pocketing. What's next? Cut a 2 by 6 1/2 strip of garment fabric for pocket underlay. 2. Okay. Position the underlay on the right side of one lining piece, that way around. Proving my cutting accuracy is 0. Baste 1/4 inch from upper edge and zigzag lower edge for underlay to lining. Right, there we go. Baste at the top, zigzag at the bottom. Next. Steam press welt pockets while stretching. I shall steam press them while stretching. See how much longer they get. They are currently exactly the right size for that pocket. Okay, so that's made them a little bit longer. Fold and press welts lengthwise with machine based exactly 1/4 inch from fold for stitching guideline. There we go. 2 little welts. Trim raw edges a scant 1/4 inch. Position welts on garments with raw edges meeting. Stitching lines must be placed 1/2 inch apart. I'm going to turn this like that because it's easy to pin vertically. Okay, and then this one, it's exactly 1/2 inch. I'm starting to see what we're about here. These measurements have got to be exact. Okay, brief family crisis to do with computers. My husband is now fixed. I've measured these lines exactly 1/2 inch apart, like so. Stitch from right side precisely on stitching guidelines using 20 stitches per inch. Begin and end exactly at the end of placement lines, backstitch to secure. So I need to mark these placement lines, and they need to be really thin as well. They say mark it with pins, but again, I'm just being lazy. I should sew that up. That's stitched on and pressed. So I've actually got brown in my bobbin and purple in my top. So we now need to cut this, slash the pocket, open the pocket up. Just to double check. I'm going to do this in pencil because the pencil's sharper. There to there. Stop 1/2 inch before each end. Stop here. Now I'm going to use my trusty scalpel. We're not finished yet. Cut the remainder of the opening at an angle, clipping to but not through the last stitch. If fabric is loosely woven, use freight preventer. Turn welts to inside and adjust in openings so they are straight and even. This is the clever bit. To turn that, and that bit goes underneath, and that bit goes underneath. Oh, look. And the same at the top. That goes underneath. And that goes under there. And look! Oh, look, we've got a welted pocket. Pin in there, stop that for a minute. Tailor base welts together with silk thread, press. I'm sure you've seen this on suits you buy in the shops. literally says use silk thread. I haven't got any silk thread. I think the point is that silk thread unpicks more easily. There we go. Give that a press. It's looking like a pocket now. There we go. There's the back. Lay lining piece without underlay over welts with raw edge of lining even with raw edge of lower welt, like so. Stitch lining side down along previous stitching line, fold lining down and press. You see the bit they haven't said. Bring that so everything there is out of the way. That. There we go. There. That makes more sense. What it doesn't say is whether you go to the end of the welt. So I reckon yes, because they're the same length. Pin that in place. I've cut through the welt there when I did the little diamond. I'm not sure I should have done. I'm sure I shouldn't have done. That is the learning curve. Okay, sew along there. And then the top of the pocket has to be sewn on the top. Same thing, lining that up. So top of the pocket with the edge of the welt. Turn the whole thing over so the welt's at the top. Rough edge to rough edge. Confession, I have done these before, but it was years ago. Only once. Pin that in, sew it on, and then press them both. Is that done? Starting to look like a pocket. Fold garment back to expose welts and machine base through base of triangle. Check ends on right side of garment. That's the right side. Fold it back. You've got all this here. You need to sew down there. Check ends on right side of garment to make sure stitching is straight and corners are secure. Pretty solid. Stitch lining pieces together with 3/4 of an inch seam allowance. Stitch over triangles several times to reinforce. Round off lower corners. Thread out, I'm supposed to, and that is a double welted pocket. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. The real accuracy is in this measurement here, right at the beginning. If you try it, stick it in the comments.